Hello, everybody. How are we doing this evening? I am here. I'm alive. I'm making it through Corona. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Yeah, if you could hit the like button, that'd be great. Holla, sugar. Thanks for letting them know. Hi, everybody. I appreciate you guys coming. We got Tara Nicole, Chicago, Shermar. We got Deborah Young in his house, Sheba, Tracy, the Artsy Nurse, Mama T, Mare, Inquisitive, Owly, hello, Poodleific, Lauren, Gumdrops and Farts. Oh my God. Gumdrops and Farts. Is that you, Muzz? Is that you? Lizzie. Hi, Lizzie. Lizzie and Leon and Amber. Amber Chick. Yup. Lauren R. Oh no, Melon. I said sugar. Carmela. Jojo. Kindness is everything. Hi, Yudi Rock. Hello, Just Say It. Hello. Sorry if I missed anybody. Sorry. So, you guys, better late than never. Never late is better, but I'm here with it. I got that video. I got that stuff that, that you guys been looking for. No, I'm just kidding. Remember that stream, that super duper creepy stream that Muzz did that everybody was like, yeah, that was pretty creepy. You probably should take that down. And she did. So, it's kind of funny watching it back, knowing what we know now, right? Let me just refresh your memory if you don't know. Okay, guys? What you're about to see here is not me being a hacker, okay? First of all, I know there's some weirdos from the 90 day community or whatever, who think I'm or who want to believe anyways, that I'm some kind of hacker or something, which just sounds really important. I almost believe it. No, I'm not a hacker. Basically, what you're seeing here on the screen actually is Muzz's hard drive that she kept on Julie G. Right now, Stacy, I believe it was Stacy. I'm not completely sure. I believe so. Lots of people had access to this. I tried to gain access to it, but lo and behold, Muzz shut down her Google Drive link from her hotel. I mean, not her hotel room, her hospital room, I guess, because, here's the thing. She's back. Muzz is back around. Apparently, she's out of the hospital now. And the first thing so let me rewind. Skirt. Okay. She went to seek help because she was being quote unquote bullied online, right? Well, she's out now, and guess where she is? She's online, because that's what you want to do. That would be like when I went away to get sober, and then I would get out and go hang out with the drug addict friends, you probably shouldn't, you're not taking your recovery very seriously if you're circling back in the same circles, Muzz. Just saying. That's okay, Muzz. Not everybody gets it the first time, I mean, it's okay. But I'm just saying, I don't believe she went away and seeked help for her online quote unquote bullying. Is that what we call it now? Is that what we call getting called out on your lies? It's bullying. I mean, I know like for example, a couple months ago, before we all knew that she was helping Roadhog and getting in the middle of group hugs and stuff, bleh. Before all that, there was a chat on Julie's channel where Roadhog almost called Muzz out, and Muzz, being the terrified, two-faced, weirdo that she is, she immediately threw herself on the ground and was like, Roadhog, you said that if I told you you was bothering my mental health that you would stop. Well, you're bothering my mental health. Meh. She submission, boom, right on the floor like a little toddler. Well, I thought that was really weird, and I know like a lot of you in my inner circle remember me saying that was weird. Why did she go from 0 to 100 real quick like that? Now, hashtag AZ was right. She was you know what I'm saying? Like, we already know. AZ was right. Whatever. It is what it is. It's a common theme lately. AZ's right. Uni's right. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it is what it is. You don't have to like it. You don't even have to love it. But you can't deny it. Anyways. So, knowing what we know now, okay? What you're looking at on your screen right here is the links that Muzz went to. Now, before I play the video, I just want to give this little reminder, because knowing this now, we didn't know all of this that's on the screen when we first seen this video. So when you listen to the video I'm going to play, keep in mind the things I'm showing you now, because it really gives it a whole nother dimension, if you will, okay? So this is not me being a hacker. I don't care what that dim star says, okay? First of all, dim star, mind your business, please. Mind your business. You know, that lady's a joke. She's the same one that was trying to tell Real Entertainment News he didn't have a right to be upset or something. But at the same time, the dim star was like, oh, I had a channel with that other girl and they were plotting on me. Oh, that's funny, dim star. So you can speak about how you get plotted on, but you'll tell this dude on the panel right now you're talking to that he don't have a right. Get out of here. All right, get out of here. Go back to your 90-day community. Mind your fucking business. All right, I don't know you. You don't know me. I ain't no hacker. Shit, maybe I am Legion. You don't know. But what I do know is I don't fuck with you spell people. Abracadabra, alakazam. Stay the fuck out my business as fast as you can, okay? Okay? Run and tell it. All right? You and Siwa. Put that in your magic spell. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Anyways, where are we here? So, now, yeah, I'm Legion. We are Legion, dude, don't you know? All right, so she has all of her socks names written down, right? Her known socials. Okay, that's not too weird, right? Not too weird. Oh wow, she had Julie's daughter, Julie's son. Okay, son, in an article from School Sporting Event, because that's something that we need to confirm if somebody's really deceased. Now, mind you, I had already told everybody on Twitter, like, yo, the lady's really gone. Like, she's really gone. I've seen her kids, like, talking about it. Like, the lady's really gone, dude. Like, this, I know she lied about a lot, and I hate to say that now, but I know that a lot of people were questioning it at first. Now, Muzz will tell you in the video that, I didn't want anybody to contact the family members. That's why I did it, because there were conspiracy theories flying. Nah, the only one who was touting conspiracy theories was Muzz, and Muzz alone, because Muzz has always hated Julie G with a burning passion, more so than some of us, I think, because she was convinced that Julie G was lying about having MS or something, and Muzz took that extra personally because she said she had someone in her life that also had MS. And so anyways, she was out to get the lady. Even in her death, she was out to get her, okay? Even in her death. So as you can see, this is all from Muzz's from the hard drive, you know what I'm saying? From the Google Drive, which is shit since been deleted, but you know, we got everything. We always got the deleted shit, right? So yeah, having your son's Facebook article from a sporting event, that's needed to find out if somebody's really dead, right? Gee. Oh, okay, another Facebook account. Funeral services and address. Oh my God, people that are not Julie, because they're needed. Personal email, phone numbers. What are you gonna call her? Are you gonna call Julie G? Hello from the other side. You know what I'm saying? What were you doing? Entire family tree. Julie, her husband, her son, her daughter, her father, her deceased mother, unknown woman, sister maybe? I don't know. Niece, nephew, guy posting for the GoFundMe, friend. Now, this is something that Muzz is going to talk about in this video, right? You'll see the friend's info, because, you know, he's got to be too legit too. We got to look up everybody, right? More info on the daughter, including her job and her partner's name. That's needed, right? More info on son, brother-in-law, sister-in-law Facebook. That's normal. Nephew socials, another sister-in-law and her socials, another sister including maiden name. That's needed, right? Yeah, no. Her and her husband's socials, a cousin from her husband's side and his socials. Oh my God, an aunt and her husband and their socials, someone's grandma. Huh? Somebody's grandmother. Oh my God, what is going on here? Facebook, a woman and her daughter who could be any of the below. Hashtag sibling slash cousin slash friend, maybe. That woman's cousin and possible best friend, her brother-in-law and sister-in-law and nephew. So when I tell you, like, listen, Julie G wasn't even a creator, okay? Julie G was just somebody she didn't believe, just like me. I didn't believe her. Remember, I let the lady know I didn't believe her. I didn't go out and get her family tree and shit. That's kind of weird. But and if she'll do this to Julie, imagine what she would do to somebody like, I don't know, me or Real Entertainment News or any one of us, right? If this is something she would do for Julie G, who basically was in the background, she didn't even have a platform. Like, you know what I'm saying? She never ever made it personal, like with Muzz. Or I have no idea why Muzz took it this far. But then again, Muzz takes everything this far. Everything. This is a perfect example of who this woman really is. The fact that she gathered all this info is super weird and unnecessary. Now, I'm going to play the video. Now, remember all this when you watch this video, okay? Just remember all that. Because, yeah, she acts like that didn't happen, of course. Yeah, because we have that info, and because I said on Twitter that she closed down her Google Drive link. Apparently, that means I'm a hacker now too. Y'all give me way too much credit. Thank you. I am Legion. Do not fuck with me. Legion's more dangerous than your magic spells. That's all I gotta say about that. Mind your fucking business, Star Lady, and yeah, fuck right off. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna hit play. Okay, we ready for this? I really mean this. I'm not gonna talk that much. I know I always say that, but I'm just not gonna do it. Here we go. It's really part of the show. She lets everyone know how hard she worked. Weird, dude. Weird.
Hey, welcome. What's up, everyone? Okay, lots of people here. Let's say hi to some people. Oh, God, I hate when people do this. Oh, man. Okay, I'm just going to put it up and say hi, because I don't want to be that person when you watch it on the replay and you're like, all right, get on with it, lady. That's okay. Everyone's allowed here unless they're bastards, right? Excuse my French. All right. Oh, yay, no headache for Shay. No chair to the head. Whoop, whoop. Hey, Shay, you made it. I'm so glad to see everyone. I mean, it's for interesting circumstances. I'm so glad to see you. You fight like a girl, Adam. Oh, no, I almost just put Adam in timeout. Oh, Oh, Lordy. Oh, no, I skipped ahead. Oh, no. Okay, let's just, it's okay. Oh, you stop it now. Like to make it just like, ooh, into the drama, you know? Oh, you'll try to behave. It's going to be about the facts. Okay. Doesn't matter how we feel about these people. I'm going to tell you what I know, why, my thought process, and everything. All right. So let's, some people live on 4 hours of sleep. Violet's ready. Oh, thanks, Ellie. You love the intro? Oh, thanks. Wow. You'll try to behave yourself, Rose? That's okay. Oh, let's take me out of here. Nobody needs to see me. Cool, cool. Okay. Look at my little detective dog. Can I just say that? And this isn't like, I've decided that for this series, if I end up doing more of this, this is from my friend when I was like in elementary school. And I remember I once tried to explain something to her and then she didn't understand it. And I said it louder. And she's like, just because you say it louder doesn't make it true or doesn't make me understand it. And I've taken that with me through life. So just because you say it louder doesn't make it true. All right, cool, cool. You love facts and truth. That's how I roll. All right. I mean, it's not how I roll in like real life. I just mean like on channel. It's not like I don't have opinions. You know what I mean? All right. I was not. Trigger finger ready. Okay. So we got some ground rules. Okay. The mods, they get a whistle, a fake whistle. If you have a whistle at home, feel free to whistle. And I'm only doing this because I'm assuming like trolls and stuff are going to come in. But okay, I just asked you a couple things. Like one is that you let me get through it because I may answer your questions. Yeah, Share Mare, no worries. Thanks, girl. I may answer what you are thinking, you know, at a certain point. So just bear with me. Don't come in with a doxing name. Don't, you know, start calling people funny. What, just don't disrespect anyone. No name calling, whatever. Leave that for Twitter because I'll be there for it. Shay, keep your steak for yourself. He's fine. No, no inciting of anything, please. You know, no like, let's go, whatever, screw this person, yada, yada. Here's going to be the hard part for some of you. You're going to have to trust me, which I know is difficult, but for those of you who know me, if there's one thing you can't call me, you can call me a lot of things. Annoying, whatever. You cannot call me a liar. I just don't. If I don't know it, I won't say it. You know what I mean? So I'm not willing to necessarily, you know, show everything because it may be a photo, it may be a name, and it will get to, I'm actually going to go through my thought process also because I'm just going to be wide open and not just the facts. I'm going to tell you why I did this, etc. Right? You have trust issues, girl. You've come to the right place. I can't lie. But anyways, if you can't trust me, that's okay. But if you want to see every single, you know, dotted I and crossed T, may not be the stream for you. I'm just not willing to do that. Shade. Okay, so let's get a move on. Okay, here's my original thought process because I want to share it with you. I don't just want to give you, you know, I want to tell you what I was thinking. So obviously we all saw the tweet. No, we heard from someone and some people got a DM and people weren't sure. And then there was a tweet from not the most reliable source, etc. Right?
Now, I don't know who not the most reliable source is. Like, I mean, I still don't know who she's talking about. I know I was tweeting about it, but like I said, I don't know if she was talking about me. I was literally telling people simultaneously before this stream, before she filmed this, that I was very sure that you know Julie G was passed away, right? Um, and now, like I said, in this video, Muzz is going to be like, "Oh, I did this because so many people were saying it. Like, I didn't want conspiracies. There was no conspiracy, dude. There were a few people, and I mean a few people, who just didn't believe that she was really deceased, right? As far as conspiracies go, I'd like to know where and who and whatever because I couldn't find any yet. That was just an excuse for her to be nosy. So you'll catch that. And she ain't a liar though. Did you hear her say that? I almost flipped the desk. Like, really. So it's just, this is so cringe, you guys. It gets really cringe. I'm just warning you. Like, if you missed the beginning, you didn't see the family tree she had on Julie G, it's just super cringe. Super cringe. Just super cringe.
Cool. So that's cool, Cooch. Obviously my first thought is whatever, right? Hell no. Then I'm seeing more people say, oh, but here's this proof and here's that. And now I'm starting to see people in our community put stuff on Twitter or whatever, and people that I, you know, don't think are completely unreliable. So this is usually, and I'll let you into the brain of Muzz a little bit. When something like this happens in the community, usually I go, all right, it's my expert research time. And I'll be honest, I do this sometimes when things are sketchy, and 99% of the time I keep it to myself. I don't know why. It's like my coping. It's like my way to verify for myself. So I can't, well, not, it's not that I can't be gaslit, but I try not to be. So I just keep information, right? So I thought I got to look into this. I can't ask anyone, you know? let me go back for people who don't know. I'm so sorry. Okay, this was a terrible way to start. Let me just backtrack a little bit. There was rumor on the weekend that someone in our community passed away. Um, there, she has a history in our community. I'm not going to go into like opinions, but she started with the hogs. She has been under a lot of stalk accounts, um, a lot of untruths, a lot of raised eyebrows. Okay, so there you go. So when we heard,
Can you imagine being in the audience and not knowing the story? Like, who, like, girl, just say the lady's name at this point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate when people do that. They're gonna make a whole video, but they're not gonna. In the background, she's gonna have family trees. She's gonna have newspaper articles. She's gonna be contacting people, but don't show up in her comment section not having a fucking clue because she ain't gonna tell you who she's talking about. Like, come on, man, really? That's so stupid. But you'll see. It's just like that was a wonderful rundown. Wow. If you don't know now, you know, huh? Wow, that was really helpful.
someone got a tweet from an account or a DM from an account that never existed before to tell her that this person passed away. To us, it was par for the course. I'm not sure, but I don't want to be an asshole saying someone didn't pass away. Pretty much, right? That's really
Little too
all
late
the
for
background
that.
knowledge someone needs to know. And then I said to myself, I got to look into this myself. Now, it really was originally was all honest to God just for me. It was just for me to know for myself. That was it. I don't normally do this kind of thing, right? Let's see. No, of course you do. Yeah, I'm sure. Cooch, please unblock Rose. Truce. I'm so sorry for that noise. Muzzy's digging on the couch. All right, so that was my thought process. So just so you know, like how I got to where I got is I'm going. I don't trust anyone right now. Well, not anyone, but I want to look into this myself. Let me preface with when I say I do research, I'm probably the most like, how for dummies is part of my brand here. Let's stop it. How I do research is, I know, I'm sorry guys, is Google and social media. I don't pay for anything. I don't have anything special. Okay. I just have a whole lot of patience and a little bit of OCD. You can ask Cooch. That's how I planned her vacation. So, and a little bit of brain cells and some critical thinking. So I just started looking. I, honest to God, can't even tell you or remember exactly where I started and who led to what and whatever, but I was on like a Facebook rabbit hole and I was just writing it down and who, what, where, and why, etc. Okay. And I started looking and I was just trying to, and people were posting, a lot of what people were posting were, those websites where you just put, what's it called? Like you could just put whatever you want kind of thing, right? Wasn't official. So that was up until probably the end of the day yesterday, I'll be honest.
Because she's so vague and weird, let me explain. So you know how like there's those websites where people you can click on it, like, so you say you're googling an obituary, right, and it brings you to a shady website and you're like, I don't know this website, like, what the heck, is this legit? You know what I'm saying? So what she's trying to say here in her weird Muzz roundabout way is that she did not think that the websites that had the obituary were legit. She thought that they were the ones you could just kind of make yourself. Like remember how there was a creator from the true crime community last year who had an obituary, like Truthy, I think the person's name was. I could be wrong, but they put up their own obituary on a website where you can put it up yourself, kind of thing. So, that was what we had at the time of this. However, all I needed to know is that her real children in real life were grieving. You know what I'm saying? That was enough for me to be like, hey guys, leave it alone. The lady really is gone, right? But that's not enough for us because, as you heard her say, she doesn't believe hardly anything ever. So, yeah.
So then I got wind of I started looking. Okay, why did I do it? I'll go back a bit. Why did I do it? Because here was my thought process. Hold on, I have notes, but I just want to make sure I don't miss anything, obviously. I did it because normally I wouldn't, but I was afraid of two things, right? One of two things I was afraid that, there would be more back and forth between.
I'm sorry about that. Hold on. What happened?
Wind of I started looking. Okay, why did I do it? I'll go back a bit. Why did I do it? Because here was my thought process. Hold on, I have notes, but I just want to make sure I don't miss anything, obviously. I did it because normally I wouldn't, but I was afraid of two things, right? One of two things I was afraid that, it wouldn't, people would get, there would be more back and forth between people in the community. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. And it might incite people to go digging. And if someone actually passed away, that could be quite harmful. You know what I mean? So I was just like, let me just look, you know?
Okay. Why did I do and why? Oh, sorry. I'm retarded. What did I do and why? I can't read. What did I do and why? So let me answer that for her, okay? She did it because she always had a vendetta against Julie G. She didn't believe she had freaking MS, and she took that shit personally because she's a weirdo and it's the internet. She probably shouldn't have, but she did, and she thought the lady was lying. The lady really was lying. The lady really is passed away, and this really is the first holiday that this family is going to have without her. Now, say what you want about Julie G, which I'd appreciate if you don't because the lady's gone, but her family is still grieving, and anybody that reaches out to, even if you think there's a chance you might be wrong, that's just cringe, dude. So not only did she reach out, but she literally told the family friend that like the lady's a well-known liar basically, and that's why she's like triple checking. So she, like I said, she's gonna tell you it's because she didn't want anyone to reach out to them, but that's exactly what she's doing. Make it make sense. Nobody else did. Okay? Nobody except for her. But that's her reasoning. It's not like, listen, nobody was doing that. Nobody. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, Muzz. Who was doing that? Who was going to do that? Please. Because you are the only one. You are acting like you're stopping people from doing it, but you're the actual one doing it. Like, you're a weirdo, dude. I can't even believe, like, people fell for this shit. I can't even. Let's go on.
And often harmful, you know what I mean? So digging, and if someone actually passed away, that could be quite harmful, you know what I mean? So I was just like, let me just look, and often, like I said, I often do this, but I do it in the sense of I keep it to myself almost to check myself, right? Well, Rose, let me get through it, like I said, because I took quite a path to get there. And I'm going to explain the path because it has to do with sort of my conclusions about things in general, where we stand and where I decided to stop or keep going or etc. Right. So let me just get through it. Okay. So where am I? Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to look at my notes here. Okay. Right. Okay. Here's why I did it. Okay. So let me meet in. Oh God, I almost just said something I didn't want to say. Let me get to like the bottom line of it. You know, um, yes, there is a verified passing of Julie Gagne. Okay. However, there was a way. Let me explain my process. Okay.
This is where it gets really weird. There is a verified passing of the woman, okay? But in Muzzland, this is what she's gonna beat around the bush to say for freaking ever, okay? There is a Julie G who died, but I don't think it's the Julie G we know. So basically, it's like an imposter. Yeah, that's what she's gonna try to tell you guys, okay? Like this is the smoke another one, okay? Smoke another one. All right? I mean, I just don't get it, dude. I don't know, man. This is so crazy. I don't know how far gone you have to be to actually think that. I just can't even. But that's what it's gonna take her 20 minutes to just spit that out, just so you know.
So I started looking, and then I found a GoFundMe, and there was a GoFundMe from Julie's husband's brother. Okay, so I knew that it was legit because before it was posted, when it was posted on the like fake websites, I don't know what you call them. I actually reached out to the funeral home to ask if this will be the funeral, like fake websites. I don't know what you call them. I actually reached out to the funeral home to ask if this will be posted, and they said it's coming. So I said, okay.
Did you hear that? I reached out to the funeral home to ask if it will be posted. Now, her whole argument has always been, I never called the funeral home to make sure that she was dead. Okay, well then what the fuck do you call that? You're calling, you're saying, hey, funeral home director, I have this obituary, but I don't know if it's legit. Are you guys gonna be posting one? In other words, like, is this chick really dead? Like, you might as well come out and just say it. Like, your whole way of trying to dig around this, like it wasn't what it was, is really strange, and I think it did you no favors. And the more you lie about it, the more ridiculous you really look. So your intentions were to confirm that she was really deceased. You just heard it out of her own mouth. You heard her say, I called the funeral home, right? You heard it. You heard it here, folks. You heard it.
Okay. If reached out to the like fake websites, I don't know what you call them. I actually reached out to the funeral home to ask if this will be posted, and they said it's coming. So I said, okay. Now this was the first time it hit me, is when I saw the GoFundMe and I saw the picture. It didn't look anything like her. And so for the first time it hit me, I started going, wait a minute. And I started comparing pictures. And then I was like, in my mind, I was like, could there be identity theft? Or is someone...
Yeah, an identity theft. This is the part that makes me want to flip a desk, because I'm sure that if you're in this chat right now and you're a human being, you might have had someone that you know of pass away in your life. You know what else might have happened? The person that you know that passed away might look very different than when they were healthy and when they weren't, on their deathbed or whatever it may be. People look different when they get really sick. Okay? So this whole, like, I didn't think it was her, like, girl, put it this way, and I said this on IG before, like, when my grandfather passed away of cancer, he did not look the same. So therefore, when we made his obituary, we picked out a photo for it. We didn't pick a picture from when he was at his worst. No. We picked a photo from when he was at his best. Yeah, because people do that, They do that. They're not going to take the latest photo of when they look crappy and put it on the obituary. Like, anybody with 2 brain cells knows that. That's the part that really gets to me, you guys. Like, sorry, I just had to say that.
Someone passed. Now I'm very confused. Hans, I don't know for sure, and I wasn't going to put, in my mind, I was like, could there be identity theft? Or is someone passed? Now I'm very confused. Hans, I don't know for sure, and I wasn't going to push to ask, because I'll get to it at the end where I didn't want to go. So I started to worry about that, I'll be honest. And then my thought process now was, if I don't share my information with you, hey, Kristen, there's going to be one of two things. Either someone did pass, and we're going to start to poke and prod, and trolls will come out to a family that's grieving, or it's identity theft, and I want to warn them to protect themselves before I tell everyone. So either way, that,
Scratch that. That's BS. You're the troll, Muzz. You're the one with the problem, Muzz. You've always been the one with the problem, Muzz. You do the most. You are doing the most with Muzz. Tell everybody why you really did it. Tell everybody about your vendetta against Julie G. Tell everybody that you wanted to be right. Tell everybody that you thought you really were right, because let's not forget, Muzz is always right. She's an empath. She understands things on a different level, on a level in which you are not, you ain't on her level. You can't understand things like she can. If she has a feeling that something is off here, then obviously something is off here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay? That's crazy, right? It's crazy, Gina. Like, what are you listening to? I mean, you wonder why this stream's gone, right? You wonder why. Like, you should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed. I would be too. I'm embarrassed. The secondhand embarrassment is whoa.
No, it didn't become like a whole real life trolling thing. I thought maybe I could help people just, here's the information and let's squash it and, whatever. So that was then my concern. And now it became a hunt on, how do I figure this out?
One more thing. Just because I think this is really interesting, right? So she tells you that's why she's doing it, to look out, whatever. The closer we get to the end, the more you start to realize that wait a minute, you're telling us that you don't even believe she's really dead. So what are you helping here? How are you supposed to be helping if by the end your conclusion is that you don't know if it's her? Huh? And that's supposed to help? Huh? Do you see where I'm going with this? She has all these excuses and reasons for doing this, but by the end, she's still on the conspiracy side, but acting like she did a favor. It makes no goddamn sense. You gotta be out of your mind to think this even makes any sense. It doesn't make sense because it's not the truth. That's why it doesn't make sense. Let's keep it 100, Muzz.
Because I do not want to reach out to a grieving family, right? So, it became a hunt on how do I figure this out? Because I do not want to reach out to a grieving family, right? So,
But you did.
it was very, I'll be honest, up until a few hours ago, I still wasn't sure. I'm still not sure, but I'll get there. So I was looking around. I mean, I was looking everywhere, and there really was no way, because all I'm doing is verifying information that is true, right? Because it is true. It's either her or it's someone with that information, which is difficult. So here's what I decided. I said, okay, I'm going to bite the bullet and I'm going to reach out to like someone. And I found like a friend's mother, and I go, oh my God, I'm going to sound like a psychopath, right? So I reached out, and I didn't even know how to phrase it at that point. But what I had done, and thank you to the person who sent me this link a million years ago, and somehow I remembered, is I have the original video of her.
Oh, thank you to somebody who sent it to me, because it's not like I have a whole Google Drive with a whole family tree already set up in the background that you don't know about yet. Yeah, not like that's happening, right? Yeah, I know, Muzz. Tell us more.
On Roadhog's stream, where her face is like right there in center. So I was able to crop it and have like an actual photo of what we know, right? And so I reached out to one person. I could tell she wasn't like sure, and I just didn't want to. So I said, I'm sorry, and thank you, and that was it. And I go, crap, that was.
All right, so that's the first person. Okay, y'all heard that. I reached out to the friend's mother or some shit, and she didn't sound like. It sounds like that she didn't know what the fuck to make of Muzz. Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine for a moment that somebody you know has passed away and you have some random ass YouTuber hitting you up to be like, did they really die? Because like they were kind of a liar, and like we don't really think that this person's dead. Like, oh my God, dude. I don't care how nice you are, you have fucking crazy to do something like this. Absolutely insane. And the fact she passed this off like she was doing all of us a favor proves how far gone this bitch really is, seriously.
It's like my one shot. But then I said to myself, all right, I'm trying one more time, and that's it, because I do not want this to become like a real life whatever. And I just want to make sure everyone's safe, to be honest. At this point, I still really wasn't sure. So the friend of the husband, who put up a post, said, I reached out to him because he put up his Venmo to collect money from people to skip the GoFundMe, and he would give it to his friend. And so I figured if he's posting about it, okay. So I reached out to him and I said, I'm sorry that I'm going to sound like a crazy person, but can you confirm that this person and this person is the same? Right? Angel play. And he said, yes. And then he quickly sent me a screenshot of the Venmo and all the money to show that he's getting money and giving it to the friend, I guess, because he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you wanted me to like prove I was legit. And I was like, no, I'm not questioning you, or like, I'm sure someone passed and you know what I mean, and your help.
Oh, I'm not questioning. I'm sure someone passed. I know someone passed. I just don't think it's the person we know. Yeah. This poor guy probably thought, it sounds to me anyways, that he thought that she was questioning his knowing of Julie for making sure he wasn't scamming for money, trying to profit off the GoFundMe. In his mind, you got to understand where this guy's coming from, right? He's got Muzz hitting him up like, you really know this chick? And the guy's like, well, yeah, I know her because she's the wife of my coworker. Like, I'm just collecting money for the GoFundMe. Like, so of course he thought in his head that she's just verifying that I'm a legit person and I'm not like trying to scam or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see why he got back to her the way he did. Like, yeah, but that wasn't good enough. She's gonna tell you right now. She's gonna say something like, I understood that he didn't really understand my question, so I asked him again. And I told him that this person's known for like not being truthful. It's like fucking flip a desk, really.
Helping, and that I'm not questioning at all. I just want to make sure that it's the same person. And then I sent it again and I said, I'm really sorry, but are you saying this person? And I sent the screenshot, and this, hey, Mira, and this person, and I sent the screenshot, are the same person. And he said, yes. Now, the thing is he's like, oh yeah, I've worked with her husband for 15 years. Great. But I've only met her like twice. I didn't really know her very well. So that's when I said, are you sure? And he's like, yes. So that's where I left it a few hours ago. Okay. And now I guess the important part to me is to explain, what didn't I find? What am I still unsure of? And why did I stop where I stopped? Right. So I just want to explain it because I like to give my, background. So yes, there is a Julie G that has passed, period. Okay. With, a friend of the husband has a Venmo out, is collecting. He thinks it takes less money than the GoFundMe. So the GoFundMe, people wanted to know, is it legit? It is legit for a person that passed. Listen, I always overcorrect myself, and unless I see it with my own eyes and I can verify it 3,000%, I can't say it's 100%, and I won't, because I am not ignorant that I couldn't be fooled or whatever, if I don't see it myself. So I can tell you for myself, there is a woman named Julie G who has passed, whose funeral is coming up, who's, yes. So it's not a fraudulent GoFundMe. That's what I want to put out there. It is not fraudulent. What else can I tell you for sure? Do I absolutely know 300% that it's the same person? I mean, I don't know that.
But Muzz, I thought you were here to help everybody understand, to prevent them from questioning it and reaching out and things like that. Wasn't this supposed to be helpful? Because it doesn't sound very helpful when you go through all this and then say, "Oh, I don't even know if it's really her." Like, how is that helpful? Anybody? 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 So let me get this straight. She thinks, obviously, there was an identity theft, which would mean that, now let's just play into this for a second. That all along from day one, but that would mean before anybody even disliked Julie G, like we're talking before she even went on Roadhog's fucking stream, okay? That she stole this woman's identity in advance, that far in advance. And then when she came on my channel and talked about her husband Mike, which, by the way, if you go to the Julie G Facebook, the husband's name is Mike. He was the grieving one, posting and saying he has to go GoFundMe and da. It was all connected. Okay, so you're telling me that that was an identity theft? How do you figure, dude? How? And then you hear her say, like, "Oh, I don't believe something unless I see it with my own eyes." Like, excuse me, Muzz. Did you want to see her body or something? What does that mean? You don't believe it unless you see it with your own eyes. This is the internet. What are you talking about? This is weird. So weird. But yeah, right, Stacy. We made all this up, right? So, see, now, here's the thing. Good old Muzz here likes to say that the things we've been telling y'all she said really didn't happen. Because, these people be gaslighting the ish out of us, right? But Belinda had this stream, so shout out to you for having this, and this is a gift because this proves beyond a reasonable doubt, once again, for the 900th exhibit, that Muzz is not being honest and that this is sketchy, right? Like I said, prove me wrong. Who was out here questioning it? Who were you worried about? The only weirdo doing conspiracy land shit was you. And then you tried to help by fixing it, and really you just made it worse because you still didn't believe it. Weirdo. So weird, man. Like, I just can't even. And we're halfway through too, by the way.
Do I think it is? I honest to God don't know. And I'm not saying it in a I judge way, or they really didn't look the same, you know? But how do I, listen, there are con artists in the world, who live a life and whatever, there's all sorts of things. And unless I see it with my own eyes, like actual, you know what I mean? It is what it is, right? Um, there were a few other things that were a little weird to me on the Facebook, hers versus the family. And so I just wasn't sure. Listen, is it probably
That's BS. Let me tell you something. If you were there for it, you were there for it. I told y'all almost immediately. I spent time on Facebook trying to figure it out. It's definitely her. She's definitely gone. Blah, blah, blah. It was not rocket science, dude. There was not some weird Facebook stuff going on with like 2 different photos and like, nah. None of that. There was not a doubt in my mind that that lady was really deceased. Not a doubt in my mind. As a matter of fact, her daughter, her real life daughter, bless her heart, was trying to sell like animal collars that she made by herself to get tickets to go to her to make it to Julie's wake and funeral and stuff, and that was connected to Julie G's real Facebook. So you're telling me not only was there an identity theft, but an entire family just so happened to all have the same names and in that Julie G's family. It was saying like how elaborate that would have to be. That would have had to have started a long time ago. Like, think about the mental gymnastics one would have to do to take somebody's identity. Now, here's the thing. Muzz thought she was really right. She wanted to be right. She thinks she's always right. And she wasn't doing this to prevent anybody from bothering a family or whatever. She was doing it because she was dead ass convinced she was right, because you can never tell the girl otherwise. You know what I'm saying? That's it. She thought this was a normal thing to do, and she really believed that she was right. And in her heart, she was probably like, haha, retribution, because she hated Julie G. She hated her. She did not believe she had MS. As a matter of fact, there's a clip out there somewhere of Muzz actually growling at Julie G. like, like legit growling at her, like you don't have MS, like like in a freaking devilish voice, dude. That's why she did this. There's no other reason why. She had it out for her. But of course, Muzz has to present it. Now, this isn't just about Julie G, and this just isn't about calling the funeral home. This is about how Muzz puts on that she's doing everybody a favor. She's just trying to help. It's for the greater good. She's such a great person. But really, when you peel back the layers and you see the shit I showed you at the beginning and you know what you know now, you realize, yo, this chick is diabolical and weird. Who goes through this lengths for somebody who wasn't even a creator? Julie didn't even. It's not like she was a creator. Like, she was a guest on someone's show one time, or on mine one time. Like, does this lady even deserve to have her shit be dug into like that? Like, and put on blast and have her have all these links and it's strange, dude. Strange.
probably yes, it probably is. But here's, I guess, why I'm saying I'm unsure. Because again, if it's not like in me doing it myself, I can't. Like I have to trust a stranger, right? And that's odd. Um and he also like met her once. But here's the thing, what I guess I figured out, right? Um this is about, I think, the most information that we will get, can get, and I say this in quotation marks, deserve to get.
Gee, you think? You think? You really think? Now, by the way, I forgot to mention this. I completely forgot to mention this. Um, who was it? Tell me in the chat, you guys. I'm sorry, I can't think of it right now. One of the women that was cool with Julie G, the heck was her name? Gave a speech from her husband that I read on my live. I did a live called Muzz the Doc Empath, me and Stacy and Kim, we were talking about this very situation. We didn't have this live stream though. I don't think we did, anyways. We didn't have it. But somebody came in chat and said Julie G's husband wants you to read this. Terry Lynn, thank you guys, thank you. So Terry Lynn popped in and was like, Julie's husband wants you to read this. It was literally like, Muzz, leave us alone, like, stop contacting people. So the dude did find out about it, because you got to remember, like, she hit that lady up, right? She hit the dude up, and not only did she hit that GoFundMe dude up, she hit him up again to be like, nah, I think you don't understand. Like, anyways, uh, it got back to Mike some way, somehow. Who knows? Maybe Terry Lynn. I don't know how it got back to him. It doesn't really matter, but it got back to him, and he was mad, and he has every right to be mad, dude. He had every right to be mad. I'm enraged for the dude. Like, I should never have to say to my audience, hey, can you leave this lady's family alone? Like, the fuck? Like, that should have never ever had to have been even a discussion. Like, the fact that had to be said out loud is so disheartening. I can't even. It's embarrassing, dude. It's embarrassing for me. You know what I'm saying? Embarrassing.
Because I just wanted to basically how I feel and I pray is that this gives people enough information that we can kind of let it be and let the family grieve, because someone did pass away, right? Someone did pass away. So that is sad, right? Absolutely, someone passed away, right? And yes, I absolutely have trust issues, especially, with certain things. Listen, here's also what I want to say. Not everything's mutually exclusive, right? I personally, and this is an opinion, so I'm getting to the opinion part here. I don't believe that death necessarily, wipes the slate clean. Can someone, and I'm not talking about her, I'm saying in general, because people are feeling conflicted. Can someone have done irredeemable things or somewhat bad things? Could someone be a scammer? Could someone be living a double life and whatever and still pass? And you know what I mean? Does it wipe the slate clean? I don't think, to me, I'm not all of a sudden going to be like, this is the greatest person. At the same time, I'm going to respect that I don't want anyone to have harm, period. Nobody should feel any pain. I wish if I could take away the pain from the entire world, believe me, I would. Even people I don't like. Why would I want anything bad to happen to anyone? No, never. There is a family grieving right now. Kids, grandkids, sisters, brothers. That's awful. Okay, so that.
Yeah, it's so awful that you decided to just go and insert yourself into their grieving process and ask questions. Not only did you ask questions, you let the husband's friend know that she was not known for telling the truth. That's why you had to ask a second time. How disturbing. How fucking disturbing. Like, did you really need to add that in there, Muzz? Did you really need to add that in there? Really? Unbelievable, dude. It's so gross. So gross. And then Terry Lynn says, he said, you didn't allow my wife peace while she was alive, so please allow her to rest in peace now that she's gone. Yep. Sure did. And his name's Mike. I actually remember his name because she actually talked about him. Excuse me. She actually talked about him on one of my streams, how much she loved him and stuff. So that was nice, That's like, she could tell that she really loved the dude. Josh says, but why do we need any information on someone's passing? I may sound emotionless here, but I don't dislike someone enough to find out. I'm just like, oh my, they passed. It's sad, and keep it moving. Exactly. Well, the thing is with this one is that there were a few people questioning it because they thought that, because I don't even listen. If I have to explain it, then I have to explain other things that I don't really want to talk about now that the lady's gone. You know what I'm saying? But I could see why people questioned it. But this right here, calling people and contacting people, that I don't understand. I can't get that. We don't deserve that knowledge. We don't. Nobody should be hitting people up, especially if there ever is a time to not contact somebody's family. You think that it would be now, not when somebody's passed, right? Can you imagine like that? I just, doing it is one thing, but actually putting it on a stream and telling everybody like you're doing them a favor by telling them is a whole nother kind of effed up that I can't even. It doesn't compute in my head. Let's just put it that way.
Is true, right? That is what it is. That's basically all I can say that is 150%, because, and that's a me thing, by the way, right? the friend of the husband kind of said, like, I'm not sure also he something about like in her sleep or something. I didn't ask. And again, here's why I stopped here. Am I like, am I curious? You know what I mean? Am I curious? I've gotten so far, like, do I want to like have it in my mind, proof 150,000%? Sure, but it's not it doesn't matter because who am I, right?
Gee, it doesn't matter. Who am I? Well, you went and made the fucking video. The proof is in the pudding, you called it. You had an intro that had pudding in the word proof. What planet is this? And you were supposed to help the situation and stop people from quote unquote conspiracy ideas when you're the only one with the conspiracy idea? Fucking Fruit Loop, dude. She's just helping. She just Muzz. She just wants to help.
Like at this point, there's a family grieving. At this point, we have all the information that we can, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Without being invasive. Like, I don't want to reach out to the husband. You know what I mean? He's dealing with it. I don't want to reach out to her kids. Sure, could I find out that way? Sure, but that's too much. It's none of my business. I mean, it's not none of my business, but in the grand scheme.
No, it is none of your business. It is none of your business.
It's none of my business. I mean, it's not none of my business, but in the grand scheme of things, to me, it's a scale, right? Is it worth potentially hurting a family already in pain to get the truth? If the truth is like that, it's not her. You know what I mean? It's like a scale. You can't see my hands, but they're going up and down like a scale. And I don't think it's, for me personally, it's not worth that. Am I? Other people may have other things, and yes, there were lots of weird things about the accounts and that, which is why.
No, the fuck, there wasn't. There was nothing weird about any of the Facebook stuff at all. You are doing the most right now, making all kinds of excuses. There was nothing weird about it at all. What are you talking about? You know what? She had a couple of them. So what? Every mom out there had a Facebook. They forgot the password too, so they made another one. Like, is that enough to be like, oh my god, there's definitely an identity theft going on here. Oh my god, call the Muzz police.
Why I'm not willing to say 350% it's the same person. I'm just not, because and I'm not saying it in a way, I just don't want to be misunderstood. I'm not saying it's anything's not. I'm just saying I can't say it is. I can't say one way or another. Literally, that's what I'm saying. What I can say perfectly clear is what I told you. I told you everything. I told you my thought process. I told you exactly what I used, and the two people I spoke to, it was very short. I didn't want to, intrude. Um, the guy seemed, I mean, he's known the husband for 15 years, but he like didn't really know the wife, and you know what I mean? I think that I felt like, okay, here's where I'm done. Um, I won't get to the end of it necessarily, but I think at this point there is a passing. It would be different if there wasn't a passing, right? But at this point, I'm not willing to take that. Put yourself in their shoes and then decide if you would like. Exactly. Exactly. So, like, I'm not gonna, if I got that call, I'd be like, "What are you talking?" You know what I mean? It would just be. And again, it's a scale. It's a scale, right? Would it be worth it under different circumstances, depending on what? Sure, maybe. Um, Death records. Again, I'm not willing personally to do that kind of. Now, there is one thing I'm waiting for, that may change absolutely nothing. And it may not. It may and it may not. So it is what it is. There's a woman that passed. There's a family that's grieving. So I think we should just wish them strength and solace and whatever we can. And, you know, that's that, right? So that's kind of how I felt about it. That's I don't feel like personally, going into who put the original tweet out. I don't know. I honestly just reactivated my Twitter today, so I've been out of it. Um, and that's it. I just wanted to share it because I figured this might listen. People are curious. Like, as much as I want to be the not moral high ground, but as much as everyone wants to say, we shouldn't, should, whatever, people, and there are trolls and there are especially because she was part of the 90-day community recently, that I just thought if I put this out here, that this without I'm not getting records, I'm not whatever, I'm just, this is what I can give. Hopefully it gives some, squashes some curiosity, because I know people worried about the GoFundMe and fraudulency and all that jazz, so that I can tell you that it's not, right? Right. So that's my information. How about that, right? That's kind of where I am. I understand it's different feelings about it. But again, I don't, I only trust myself, whatever I see with my own eyes.
I only trust myself, stuff that I see with my own eyes. So I'm going to tell my audience that can potentially reach thousands of people that I don't believe it. That way that I will incite more people to not believe it. That way all y'all can hit the family up. And then, yeah, and then when you find out that she really isn't deceased, because I believe she really isn't, that I'm going to be right. And I win, Julie, because yeah, haha. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what this was all about, you guys. That's what it was about. Now, Terry Lynn, since you're here, thank you for letting us know a little bit more insight. You never heard this stream? Yeah, Terry Lynn, a lot of people have not. This is what sparked a lot of people who did really like Muzz to go, wait a minute, this is kind of screwed up, dude. Like, a lot of people really had a very bad taste in their mouth about this. And then the stream came down, and I believe she did apologize for it, but it was like a half-ass apology, and it basically was like an excuse apology. Like, I'm sorry for what I did, but I only did it so I could help people, or so I could help the family or something. And it was just like, no, that's not why you did it. Like, yeah, I know. It's just crazy, dude. It really is. Nerdy Angel says, I'm AZ. I've never seen Muzz's brain. By her logic, it doesn't exist. I know. So, Terry Lynn, I was going to ask you something. What I wanted to ask you, because you're the one that got that info from Mike. That's it. I hope you don't mind that I'm using his name. I know that she did. That's why I thought it'd be okay. But did he see the stream? All right, what prompted him? Did the GoFundMe guy tell him, hey, this girl is hitting me up, asking me questions about your wife? Like, how did he even get wind of all this stuff in the midst of her passing? Like, do you know by any chance? Like, not that it even matters at this point. I'm just curious, I'm curious. That's all. It was just really sad that it got back to him in general, this is why you don't do shit like this. Like, it's just so fucked up.
So I figured I'll share it before, how narratives start. And then, like, by next week, I figured on Twitter there'd be like an alien ship and you know what I mean? Like, I just figured.
Nah, there wouldn't have been an alien ship. There were a few. Literally, like, I think when I went back to Twitter and tried to figure out who these people were who would, supposedly causing all this or whatever, or really contemplating some really big conspiracy, like, couldn't find it, for one. And for two, there was just a few people who were in my thread anyways, like, are you sure she's really gone? Because, blah, 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 whatever their reasoning was. And I would literally respond to them. You could see me responding to them saying, yes, I'm pretty confident that she is. Like, there's not a doubt in my mind that she really is. Like, so I don't know why she's acting like this huge thing was going on Twitter. Like, prove me fucking wrong, dude. Like, show me where that was happening at. Like, seriously. Yes, it was her. It was in her Google Docs. She first messaged her husband and he blocked her. Are you kidding me right now? Are you serious? She first messaged her husband and he blocked her. Oh my God. You're telling me that she hit up Julie's husband. Are you serious? Mike said he blocked the woman. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. That's funny because in her video, I don't think she ever mentions contacting the husband. It's almost like she knew that that would be a bad look, right? Gee, if you can't tell your audience that part and you choose to leave that out, why so? Is it because you know you're a weirdo? Wow. Wow. Yo, she contacted her husband. What? Mike told me who all was being requested. Oh my God, dude. I don't know why I missed that part or didn't know that part or I forgot that part. I don't know, but holy crap. Terry Lynn says she sure did request Mike and ask if she was dead. I just. Yo, let me tell you something. Sometimes these people are lucky this is the internet. Let me tell you. Because if anybody ever did this to any of my family members in real life, I would catch a case. I would warn them in advance. I'm about to catch a case. You're about to get your ass whooped. This is stuff. This is so fucked up. I can't believe she hit her husband up, dude. Who does that? I thought it was bad going at the friends in the GoFundMe, dude. Either I knew she hit the husband up and forgot, or whatever. Maybe I didn't know. I don't know. That's so weird, dude. I would flip a lid, dude. Lauren T, I would flip all the dust, dude. Can you imagine having someone contacted you after your spouse parent passed away and demand that you verify that they actually deceased? And the crazy part is this, too. Like, let's say that the daughter and the husband responded to her. Let's say that she hit them up and they responded and they said, yes, she's really deceased. Muzz would turn around and say, well, the husband and daughter confirmed it, but like, is it the same one that we knew? Probably not, because I haven't seen it to believe it. You know what I mean? Like, what would that have done? Because if the friend's word wasn't good enough and he only, you know what I'm saying? Like, would that have even been good enough? I don't know. It's like, what do you want? What do you want here? Like, what would make you believe it? Nothing? Then why even bother making the video? You're here, you're telling us you don't believe it. Nothing will make you believe it, basically. But in the beginning of the video, you're saying you're doing it to squash rumors and prevent trolls. Like, make it make sense, Muzz. This is how far gone you are. You can't even realize how contradictory your own stream is. Because it's not based in reality or truth. That's why.
Smush.
Funny how that works.
Originally, again, I was just looking for myself, and I was like, you know, I could just see people tweeting, and I still this, and what about this, and this, and so that's pretty much that. Let me scroll now up because thank you for listening to my presentation of the info. It's not that much. It's just I just wanted to explain to you where my thought process was because that's the only way I know how to be is way too honest. Gets me in trouble sometimes. Hi, Mel. Joe. Hi, Joe. Yeah, I know. Listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion. It's a matter of what you do with it, right? Right? I mean,
I know what you could do with your
it.
opinion. Shove it up your ass, Muzz. That's what you could do.
I don't know if it was Michelle or if it was Terry Lynn, I'll be honest.
Oh, Angel Play. Anyone who knew her online has no business prying. Right. It would be for curiosity, not concern.
Yeah, I think I got up there already. Okay, let's go back here. Actually, I don't know who she is, but exactly, right? Sending prayers to the family. Because hey, Kayla, because someone did pass and it's very unfortunate. I mean, nobody likes to deal with that, right? Well, Belinda, I understand that that's how you feel. I just was seeing people go, I just, wanted to squash, again, what I could see online so people would hopefully just let it be, because you just know that sometimes it just, people are curious, trolls happen, right? Does anyone know who put the info out? I don't know that. I literally just reactivated my Twitter today. Oh, Gingerly, hi, honey. I'm so glad. I mean, right. Not great timing, but exactly. Thank you, Gingerly. That's exactly sort of where I wanted to go with this, is I was just explaining my like thought process, but in the end, someone lost someone. And that's sad. Right? That's just sad.
Is it sad, Muzz? Do you really believe
Exactly.
that?
Right.
Because
You know, and I get it. And some people were asking me, like, what about this and what about that? And I was like, you know what? In the end, all that stuff is, I don't want people reporting a GoFundMe, and this guy with the Venmo, I don't want them like harassing him because it's all
who in their right mind, what, report a GoFundMe for what, dude? You are the only one who didn't believe the girl was really deceased. You! And you're trying to literally, yo, this is making me so angry. Like, literally, I feel like one of her goals was to A, be right, and to B, maybe incite people to not believe with her. Like I said, it makes no sense that she's trying to quash rumors and trying to prevent trolls and trying to prevent people from contacting the family. But then in this, on the same coin, she's saying, I don't really think it was her. It was the Julie, but it wasn't the Julie we know. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? All right, this is crazy.
for this family,
Okay,
right?
Stacey.
And you just know people would. I'm not saying anyone here, but you just know how this stuff works, right? So, you know how I always say, I like to give out information and let people do with it what they will. And that's where I was willing to, I'm not willing to do anything else. I hope everyone else is. And let me preface with, I know I have, absolutely no, what's the word I'm looking for? I have no say over what anyone's going to be doing, right? I can't say, please don't, reach out. Please don't troll them. Please don't. I can say it. Obviously, people are going to do what they want to do. I'm just hoping that this squashes it and they can grieve this week because someone lost an important part of their family, and that's awful. It's awful no matter what.
All right, so
right? Because
okay, I have something special here that I could show you guys. Unreal, dude. Oh my god. All right, we're going to come back to this stream real quick. I got to show you something. We're going to stop for a second and I'm going to show you something else. Let me just bring it up here. Thank you very much, Stacey. You guys thought that this was bad? Like, unreal. Okay. Let me open in a new window. Okay. All right, so this was part of the whole I think this was in the Google Drive, maybe. Was this in the Google Drive? Okay. What you're looking at now, I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to zoom in too. I tried to reach out to her husband, but he blocked me. Probably thought I was nuts. Oh, gee. I'm going to go with he definitely thought you were nuts. I'm going to go with you probably should never hit up a deceased person's husband while they're grieving. She already told us her obituary wasn't even up yet from the funeral home. Let's think about this for a second before I finish reading this. The woman, she knows from calling the funeral home that this is so fresh, that this news is so new, that the lady's obituary from the funeral home is not even published yet. But she still took it upon herself to hit up the husband and say, oh yeah, he blocked me, probably thought I was nuts. So the person says, I might have met her once or twice. Okay, so this is the Venmo guy. This is the guy who is doing the GoFundMe and saying, hey, I have a Venmo. This must be Mike's coworker. Okay, I got it. So he says, I might have met her once or twice over the years, but nope, I can't say I know her. Mike and I are close though. And then he goes, it's definitely her. See, now Muzz left that part out, didn't she? She didn't say that he wrote back and said, it's definitely her. I don't think, if she did, I missed that part. But, and then she says, unbelievable, dude. And then she says, okay, thanks. Sorry for asking so much. She just lied a lot online. And people question her illnesses due to her explanation of them. So listen, before I go on, I don't want nobody talking about her illnesses or what she definitely had, what she did. Dude, don't even bring it up. We're not here to talk about Julie, please. Okay, the lady ain't here to defend herself. I don't want to talk about her. So I know it might be in some of yours nature to just try to do that right now, but we're here to talk about Muzz. I don't want to go there with Julie. She ain't here to defend herself. Please just leave that whole thing out of it before I go on. Thank you very much for understanding. Okay, thanks. Sorry for asking so much. She just lied a lot online, and people question her illnesses due to her explanation of them. So I needed to make sure. I needed to make sure. I think strangers online may prefer the GoFundMe, but I'll offer the Venmo. I can't promise anyone would want to donate, but I'll offer. Wow. Oh my God, dude. I'm sorry. This is like just sinking in. Like, what? Let's read this one more time, because I'm sorry. Come again? Like, I'm the one reading it, and I'm like, huh? Y'all must confused. I can't even talk. I'm so beside myself right now. This is Muzz in the blue reaching out to Julie's husband's friend who had the fundraiser going on. Okay? Just so you're aware. I tried to reach out to her husband, but he blocked me. Probably thought I was nuts. Then the friend says, I might have met her once or twice over the years, but nope, I can't say I know her. Mike and I are close though. It's definitely her. It's definitely her. Okay, thanks. Sorry for asking so much. She just lied a lot online, and people question her illnesses due to her explanation of them. Oh my God, dude. You are saying the lady's a liar to somebody who cares about her husband anyways? Are you serious? Now the lady isn't even in the ground yet, and you're doing this? You're telling people about how people... What are you doing? What are you doing? What is wrong with you? Oh my God. So sometimes I really wonder how people make it through life, you guys. I'm telling you right now, if somebody did this to somebody I love, be held to pay. People question her illnesses due to her explanation of them. Wow. So I needed to make sure. I think strangers online may prefer the GoFundMe, but I'll offer the Venmo. Well, if they would prefer the GoFundMe, then why are you offering the Venmo? Furthermore, where is it? Did she even offer it? Did she ever even do what she said she was going to do? Because I listened to the stream twice, and I didn't hear it. Not going to say it. She didn't, like, post it in the description or something, but, like, I didn't hear her talk about it. I could be wrong, but we'll play the rest of it. I can't promise anyone would want to donate, but I'll offer. What an extra dig, huh? I can't promise anyone wants to donate. Wow. That's really nice of you, Muzz. You're such a kind person. Muzz is so nice, you guys, right? She's so nice. Hey, your friend that's grieving right now over his wife, she was a liar, but it's her own fault she was a liar. And by the way, I can't promise anyone would want to donate because she was such a liar. Like, what are you smoking, dude? And just lo and behold, you guys, because we're calling this out, and because we're calling it like we see it, we are bullies, and Muzz had to go to a mental institution, and yeah, I don't fucking think so. That shit don't work with me. If you have your own problems, that's on you, Muzz. I am not responsible for the dirt you caused. I am responsible for calling your ass out, telling you it's your own fault, and if you don't like it, you don't want to hear what I have to say, either A, don't listen, or B, don't come online. It ain't my fucking problem, okay? Okay. Just so we're clear, fucking 10-4 on that. Unbelievable, dude. Because you ain't gonna strike that chord with me. That shit don't work. I don't play that whole victim thing. You know. You already know. You don't even try it. You already know. Anyways. That sounds like a you problem. Sounds like a you problem. You know, don't do dirt and no one will talk about it. How about that? Problem fucking solved. Anyways, where were we here? Let's finish this stream.
What some people are like, you know what I mean? What people are on the actual Muzz is being quiet tonight, no barking. He's under his fitted sheet. I'm not sure Angel Play why you're jinxing it. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, he is, eh? Maybe he knows we're talking about something serious. I don't think so. I think it's a coincidence. It's up to the individual to donate. Listen, that is my thin life, right? I am always in different chats where people go back and forth about that. I gave you a super chat for this and you lied and did it. If you give a donation, if you're like in anything in life, if you're not sure, don't do it. But we know people report this stuff. I mean, at least that's what I've been hearing for how many months now, years in this community. Not that I've ever even probably clicked on a GoFundMe link, to be honest, but I'm pretty sure that happens a lot, unless I'm wrong and it just sounds like it happens a lot. I would hope many things that I would sadly be mistaken about. So, as you can imagine, you know what I mean? Listen, like I said, I often sort of check myself by just, researching for myself, but I just kept seeing more tweets and more conspiracies and I was like, maybe this will help and then we can let them move on. He is sort of a burrito. Okay, Shay, you know what? You're getting a little too much here with the steak from Muzzy. For those of you watching who don't know, that is my dog that they are constantly telling me I'm being mean to. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, listen, opinions, it's opinion time now, I get it. I get every sort of view about it. And I don't even, when I say like I don't know, I don't mean that in a judgy way. I mean it in a literal, like in my mind, I picture it like floating in space, like literally cannot place it somewhere. I often irritate people when they're like, would you rather this or this to eat? And if I say I don't know, it drives them crazy. But I literally cannot decide, kind of thing. I'm that person. So that's how I feel about it. Muzz must be a morning dog. He's like a 2 a.m. piss you off kind of dog. I don't know what that's called. What should we call that? Like sleep until about around midnight and then just piss off the other dog. I'm not sure what we should call that. Ollie didn't eat yesterday and today he finally ate and I'm hoping that's why he threw up and not because he's sick. So let's hope for that. Right? It's good to put the conspiracies to rest now and let the family grieve. Thanks for letting that. Listen, that was my plan. Will everyone take it that way? Maybe not. Could I offend people? Sure. Could I have people watching this saying, God damn it, you didn't get enough information? Sure. But that was my hope. And if the 34 people watching can feel, send their good thoughts to that family, move on, then that can help those people and that family. You know what I mean? Let the family mourn. Let's talk about his Angel Plays. So fun. Oh, Gingerly. I'm so glad you're here, Gingerly. We only run into each other not very often, and you don't have social media, which is problematic. Not really, I'm just kidding, but is everyone okay? Does anyone have questions, any opinions? It sucks. Someone lost someone. That's period, right? And then I know that they're they're really trying to raise money for the funeral. So I get why it's, Venmo out there, there's GoFundMe and that, but they're struggling, I guess, which makes sense because
So why are you not offering that link that you told the friend you would offer? You bothered this man. The least you could frickin' do is share it for him like you said you would. You are diabolically disgusting, Muzz. You really are. You told him you would. You literally told him you would.
it's probably sudden and funerals and that are very expensive. That I know. Yes, let the family grieve. Hopefully this helps. Oh, Amber, love you. But um, Bubbles is here, guys. Bubbles is here. Yeah, I've been watching near-death experience videos, and I don't fear death. I fear death immensely. But I'm sorry if you hear a noise. That is the dog licking the crap out of himself because he does that. Now, the good news and or the bad news for you people watching is that when he does that a lot, sometimes he gives himself like a little bit of a sore, which I have to get angry at. But that means I have to put him in his onesie, which I'm sure would be highly entertaining for you. I hate it, but it's because he can't like wear a cone and he cannot be trusted not to lick it. And I also have to cuff the onesie because his legs are too short. And yes, I put him on his back like a baby and snap him in, and he lets me. Okay. So I thought maybe we can end the stream with a little laugh at the thought of Muzzy in a onesie, right? Oh, you did? Happy birthday. Oh, Gingerly. Wait, is it inappropriate if I play like my little birthday happy birthday thing? No, it's not, because it's the cycle of life, right? Birthdays. I don't know. What's in the circle? I don't know. You know what I mean. It's a life cycle thing. That's what I meant. It's a life cycle thing. Let's. I don't fear death. None of us getting out of here alive. All right, I definitely do need something happy right now, because I'm like, I get very affected by stuff like this. So I'm very sad right now. So
Yeah, very sad, I'm sure.
Should we celebrate Gingerly's birthday with a little tiny video? What do you guys think? Who's up for that? Who's up for a little pick me up? A little celebration of life. First, I gotta find it. Let's see if we can do this. Sorry, that was my lame little video. I did it quickly the other day, but I danced a little, so I feel a bit better. How about you guys? Oh, y'all, Nana, hi, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. You worry about yourself. You can watch it later if you're interested. There you go. Life cycle, man. Anyone whose birthday, let's celebrate some life, right? Well, Rose, thank you. It's
Oh my
Let me tell you,
life
that's the thing,
cycle.
Shade, okay? I know we were like dissing Canva, but I love it. I feel fancy, and I'll take it. I think it makes me like super fancy. You know what it is? Here's the thing, okay? You know how I like for dummies? Canva is the graphics for dummies, and I love it. I don't like things with too many options because I'll just stare at it, right? It's a good life, you know what I mean? Like, let's celebrate.
Yeah, it's a good life cycle. Like, what? Life's, oh my god. Some people just have no self-awareness, you guys. I'd like to think I have self-awareness, because I think that people who don't have self-awareness are the worst. They're the most cringiest. They are. I just pray to God I have the self-awareness that I think I have anyways, because maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, I cannot imagine being this unaware of how disgusting I'm coming off. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so weird. Now listen, I know she's really not talking about anything important, but I want to play the whole thing because I don't want nobody to be like, oh, you didn't play the whole thing. Context, right? Plus, I want to see if she offers up that that freaking Venmo or GoFundMe that she told the dude she bothered that she would. Remember? Let's see. There's only a couple minutes left, like 3 minutes, I think, and that's it. So just hang in there. We're almost done.
Life, because I'm sure that everyone who loses someone can celebrate the time they had together, because surely they left a good impact on people's lives. So I hope to leave it with that. I'm not going to make this stream super long because it's both sad and informative, and I'm going to end it with this, that again, my goal for this was to help squash any conspiracies that might get some legs and go all over the place, and somehow trolls end up with I just was hoping that this would squash some of it. My grandmother died at 2:24 in Las Vegas. I remember waking up at 5:24 and looked calmly at the light underneath my dorm room door. Huh. See? That's gonna make me tear up. Well, thank you guys for listening and being super respectful and having opinions, and that's okay. Like I always say on this channel, you do not have to agree with me. I have zero disrespect or anger against anyone who disagrees. And again, it was just about giving the information. And I didn't want to just give them the information. I wanted to explain my thought process, where I came from. Hopefully this was helpful, and hopefully the family can find some peace. And I just hope that everyone online would let's let it be and move on. So thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. And I made a tiny little outro. It's about 3 seconds long, but I'm working on it, guys. Have a great night, everyone, and let's send some positive vibes to the family that is grieving right now, and all families that are grieving right now.
Well, folks, there you have it. There's the stream that you've a lot of you didn't get to see. There's the stream that you probably, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a couple of you in this chat right now who have been lied to by Muzz about what took place in that stream, because that's what she's been doing. This didn't happen. That didn't happen. You actually saw a screenshot, by the way, I'm going to timestamp it if you're just joining us, of Muzz saying that Julie's husband had to block her ass. And she's still, listen, that should have been a sign, right? That should have been a sign, like, yo, maybe I'm invading on territory here that maybe I shouldn't be invading on. But no, she took that as a challenge. Oh, I got blocked by the husband. Pfft, that's all right. I'll just hit up the guy with the GoFundMe, see how that goes. And when he doesn't answer my question, I'll let him know. Oh no, I don't. Oh no, sir, I don't care that you knew her. What I care about is if it's really her, because I want you to know that the nice lady you know, nobody believes her. Yeah. And I'll share your GoFundMe and your freaking Venmo thing here, but I can't promise you anyone's going to donate to it. Now that I bothered your ass for my own selfish reasons, I'm going to go make a stream about it, and I'm not even going to share the link I told you that I was going to share, because I'm Muzz and I'm so freaking nice. And I'm just trying to help. Yeah. Tell me more. Yo, if the spouse of a dead woman blocks you, that means you leave them alone. Oh no, that Muzz took it as a freaking challenge. Oh, I'll just hit someone else up then, because that's what normal people do, right? But Muzz is so nice. She just wants to help me. This is the same woman who literally was begging me to leave Roadhog alone because he's crazy and he's sick and he's a toddler and he kicks and he screams and he's disgusting and he's this and he's that. Meanwhile, she was sliding in his DM, trying to help. Help. Here's the bird lady's video. Thought this could help. I'm just trying to help. Group hug, everybody. Trying to help lock a black man up too while I'm at it. Yep, all that. Muzz is so nice, right? Hey Muzz, if this stream bothered you, oh well, maybe you shouldn't be doing dirty stuff. Maybe you shouldn't be hitting up family members of deceased people. Maybe you shouldn't be trying to lock black men up. Maybe you shouldn't be in group hugs with smelly, nasty people. And maybe you should just stop doing the most. How about that, Muzz? Anyways, y'all heard it here. Thank you, Belinda. Thank you, everybody who showed up. That now this is back out on the airwaves, so you gotta stop lying, Muzz. You gotta stop lying and saying that this didn't happen. We all have ears. You ain't gaslighting us. It ain't gonna happen no more, okay? I don't care how nice you are, you're still wrong. You can be a sneak, nasty, nice person. Those two things can coexist at once, okay? I don't care if you smile in my face and you're a snake. I mean, you're still a snake at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, thank you so much to everybody who has contributed to Little T's Christmas wish list. I am humbled. I am grateful. I am just in awe at the generosity that you guys continue to show me, like, day after day, man. It just blows my mind, like, that people like you exist, and I mean it. Thank you very much. Okay. So, yeah, thanks for showing up, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody. Thank you too, Stacy, by the way. All right, thank you to my moderators. I wouldn't be able to do this without you. Good night, everyone.